There are plenty of smartwatches available in the market, but not all of them come with an always on display. And if they do, they usually don't have good combination of features to go along with the always on display. So a year back, we made a video listing the best smartwatches with the always on display, but it is outdated now. Worry not, we are back with a new video and have listed 6 smartwatches that you can buy in 2023. But before we proceed, I would like to tell you what exactly is always on display. In my previous video, some users commented that always on display should always work, meaning that they should be able to see the watch face with animation continuously. However, that's not how smartwatches work. Instead, you will see this date and time like GTR 4 is showing on the screen right now. Different watch faces might have some minor differences, but this is usually how always on display looks like. So now that I have explained how always on display works, it's time to begin with the list. The worst part of having an always on display is the toll it takes on the battery life. Most watches end up lasting 2 to 3 days maximum if the always on display is enabled. The issue is more prevalent if the watch is from a non-sports smartwatch brand. However, that won't be an issue for the Amazfit GTR 4. Even with all the features enabled like 24/7 heart rate tracking, notification sync, stress tracking, blood oxygen tracking, and always on display, the watch lasted me 6 days. The display on Amazfit GTR 4 is a 1.43-inch AMOLED display. It also has an anti-reflective and anti-fingerprint coating on it. In my day-to-day usage, I never found readability to be any issue under any lighting condition. The only downside is that compared to other smartwatches on the list, this watch has a little less sensitive touch display. You won't notice the issue if you are not using or testing multiple watches as we do. Amazfit also allows you to schedule always on display. Using it, you can set it to work only for a particular period of time. In case you want to preserve the battery or don't want the always on display to work at night, then this will come in handy. There is also a built-in speaker and microphone to take calls and play music on the watch. You can connect your Bluetooth earphones and play music as well if you don't like blasting music from the watch speaker. Amazfit GTR 4 also supports Bluetooth chest strap to get even more accurate heart rate readings during workouts. For outdoor sports, Amazfit also has a dual band GPS for faster GPS ping and higher accuracy for tracking activities. It gets better as this generation GTR 4 also supports the ability to import maps of your favorite outdoor route or track. The best part is that this watch costs only $200, which given the features is definitely worth it. Plus, it works with both Android and iOS devices. I won't be exaggerating by saying Apple is one of the brands responsible for the smartwatch revolution, and Apple Watch Series 8 is the latest entry into the series. This generation Apple Watch series offers one of the best displays you can get on smartwatches. It features a 1.9-inch Retina LTPO OLED display that can do peak brightness of 1000 nits. The watch features a pixel density of 326 ppi and display resolution of 484 by 396. This ensures that the text on the Apple Watch is sharp and easy to read. Another great feature that Apple provides is the automation feature. Using it, you can enable the always on display for particular locations. So you can turn on the always on display when you reach the office. It will ensure that the watch doesn't use unnecessary power when not needed. Besides the always on display, Apple has also added new features to Series 8. Apple Watch also features a new temperature sensor that is useful in tracking your health. Besides that, it can take ECG, remind you to take medicine, analyze your sleep, and all the usual smartwatch stuff. Apple Watch also comes with built-in NFC that you can use to make contactless payments using Apple Pay. Since it runs on Apple's Watch OS, you also get access to App Store on the watch. Using it, you will be able to download and install apps on your Apple Watch. Apple Watch Series 8 is also available in the LTE variant, so you won't need to be in the phone's range to send messages, sync notifications, and make calls. Apple also has introduced a new crash detection feature that calls emergency services if you are in a car crash. Coming to the battery life, this smartwatch can work up to 18 hours with full use of GPS and always on mode. It will last you a whole day on a single charge with light usage, but you will have to charge it before using it the next day. The next smartwatch on the list is Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. I know Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 is available now, but I don't think it's a big enough upgrade that makes it worth the extra price. You can watch my Galaxy Watch 4 versus Watch 5 video to find out what has remained the same or changed on the latest gen Galaxy Watch. Still, I would be leaving the link for both smartwatches in the description below. So get the Watch 5 if you would like to have latest and the greatest. One thing that hasn't changed is the display on both watches. You get a 1.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a display resolution of 450 by 450 on Watch 4 and Watch 5. In terms of display, this is one of the best displays available on smartwatches. It offers superb touch response, there is no false touch detection or input lag. Since the watch is powered by Wear OS, you also get a lot of customization options with the watch. If you are adventurous and curious enough, you can even get the Pixel watch face on the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Besides customization options, you also get quick toggles to turn off the always-on display to save battery or when you are in a theater. Watch 4 also supports touch inputs while wearing gloves, which is useful in winter. However, you would need to toggle on the feature manually. By the way, if you do end up going with Galaxy Watch, then you can check my tips and tricks video. I have shared various tips and features that you as the Watch 4 owner should know. Wear OS that powers the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 allows you to download apps and games from the Play Store. This is the only smartwatch for Android users that comes close to Apple Watch in terms of support for other services. So if you want to use Google Assistant, YouTube Music, Google Maps, Spotify, or any other popular services, then chances are you will find the app for the same on the Play Store. One thing to note here is that, unlike in the past, Samsung no longer supports iOS devices. Make sure you only get the watch if you use an Android device. Now you might be wondering, why doesn't everyone use Watch 4 if it's so good? Well, the reason for that is the poor battery life of Wear OS devices in general. During my Watch 4 review, I found that the watch lasted only 1.5 days with always on display enabled. And battery life can get even less with any GPS based activity, so the situation is similar to the Apple Watch. Like the Apple Watch, you are also getting support for contactless payments, ECG tracking and other advanced feature support. So it's up to you to decide whether or not Samsung Watch 4 meets your checklist. You can check my Watch 4 playlist to know the different features available on the watch. Garmin Instinct 2 Solar is a rugged smartwatch by Garmin that comes with military grade specifications. It has a monochrome always on display, so it is a black and white screen without any vibrant bright colors, just like what you will find on G-Shock watches. The most notable feature of the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar is the backlight. Unlike other AMOLED displays on the list, monochrome displays don't come with a built-in backlight, so you can't read the watch in dark or low light. Don't worry, Garmin has provided a dedicated backlight function that you can use to read the screen in low light. However, it doesn't remain on all the time. The brightness of the backlight is also customizable here. If it is not enough for the screen, you can always increase the brightness. You can also dim the brightness in case you want to save some battery life. You will also never face any battery related problems in the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar. This is because it is solar powered smartwatch that can work up to 65 days in battery saving mode with occasional exposure to sunlight. Other than that, it comes with heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen tracking, sleep tracking, stress monitoring and reliable location tracking. This smartwatch supports 3 navigation systems to track your sports activities, which are GPS, Galileo and GLONASS. There are a lot of workout tracking options available as well, with more than 10 workout profiles. You can also enjoy the virtual trainer tool for personal training and assistance. Instinct 2 also supports NFC payments using Garmin Pay to make contactless payments. Coming to the battery life without solar power, Garmin Instinct 2 Solar can last up to 28 days with good use of all the features. And with solar mode on, you get unlimited battery life. Garmin Instinct 2 is a great watch, but not everyone might be a fan of the display. However, if you like rugged built smartwatches, then Amazfit has made an alternative for you in the form of T-Rex 2. And the biggest plus point of the watch is the fact that it comes with a 1.39-inch AMOLED display. I have reviewed the watch on our channel and found the watch display easy to read. Text on the watch screen was crisp and so was the touchscreen response. You also get the option to select different always-on screen style and watch faces on the T-Rex too. So you can select an analog watch face and a digital always-on display or vice versa. Like Amazfit GTR, you can also schedule the always-on display on Amazfit T-Rex 2 as well. Besides touch, you can use 5 buttons available to operate the watch. It can be a handy way to control the watch when you are wearing gloves or performing sports. Like other smartwatches on this list, this watch from Amazfit came with plenty of watch faces, and I was able to download plenty of them from Amazfit's Zep app. I have also made a video telling how to download custom watch faces on T-Rex 2. You can check it out using the I button. To turn on/off always on display, I had to go to the watch display settings. As far as its battery life goes, this does not come with solar charging like Instinct 2 Solar, but it does come with a good battery life. On a single charge without always on display enabled, it managed to run for around 13 to 14 days on light usage. When I turned on the always on display, then it lasted for around 6 days on a single charge with heavy usage. Given the features Amazfit T-Rex 2 offers, like 150 plus sports profiles, multiple health vitals tracking, ability to connect to Strava and more, it is definitely a steal under $200 price tag. Also, this watch is not just a rugged looking watch, as it also meets the military grade build standard. And Amazfit claims the watch can survive temperatures of upwards of 70 degrees Celsius and downwards of minus 40 degrees Celsius. It is also shock and salt water resistant for up to 90 hours, so you can do surfing on the beach wearing the watch without any worries. It also has advanced outdoor features like the ability to import maps, go back to the starting point and more. I have discussed a lot of them in my review video, so do check it out. If you want a smartwatch that you can use for logging your health and fitness activities, then Fitbit Versa 3 is for you. It might not have a rugged build, but it is definitely comfortable to wear for a long time. The watch is quite lightweight and weighs only 28.5 grams. I know there is Fitbit Versa 4 available, but there are a lot of reasons that I am not recommending it right now. You can check out my Versa 3 versus Versa 4 review using the I button to know more. Coming back to the video, Fitbit Versa 3 comes with an AMOLED display that is 1.5 inches in size. The watch also comes with quick access toggles. Using it, you can turn on/off always on display or raise to wake display watch gesture. It has come in pretty handy to me in bed and in the theater. You can also adjust brightness, enable disable DND and use sleep mode. Besides a good display, the Fitbit Versa 3 also offers one of the best stress logging tools to track how stress impacts your day. It also gives an in-depth analysis of your sleep, plus the watch uses stress, sleep and heart rate metric to give you an overall readiness score, which indicates how ready are you for the day mentally and physically. However, there is one downside to all of this. You will need to pay for a premium plan to get this data. This can be a deal breaker for some users, but some users like the data provided by Fitbit. Similarly, some users like the simple UI of Fitbit watches and the fact that it doesn't have any fancy UI or some gimmicky feature. One major disadvantage of the watch is that it is not good for tracking sports activities. You will be getting pretty basic running or other workout metrics compared to other watch brands. However, no one is buying Fitbit for hardcore sports tracking and analysis. So guys, those were the 6 best smartwatches with an always-on display according to me. I know there are plenty more that could have been added, but I didn't want the video to be any longer. So which watch do you plan on buying? Do tell me or share your thoughts about the list in the comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to get the latest updates on wearable tech. With that, it's time to say goodbye. See you next time.